What is going on, you midnight monsters? Welcome to No Rest Gaming. I'm your host, the one, the only Devil Man. And today, a huge, massive 3.1 gigabyte patch was added to the division. This includes better and more consistent drop rates for named enemies, fixing the spawning rates of roaming enemies in the world, and last but not least, Ubisoft fixed a huge issue that bothered many people. For some, this is a godsend, and for others, this is just annoying. What I'm talking about is they drastically reduces the penalty for dying as a rogue in the Dark Zone. Before this latest update, if you went rogue and died as a rogue, you lose somewhere near 10,000 Dark Zone XP, a bunch of Dark Zone keys, and half of your Dark Zone credits. Now that is a punishment. Losing all those credits and what equates to one or two full Dark Zone levels? Now it seems that number's down to 2,000 XP and a couple thousand credits. Basically, just a slap on the wrist. Now, I have always felt that the original penalty was good. It was excellent. It conveyed a just and balanced punishment. You are, after all, a government agent tasked with cleaning up and rebuilding New York City. And the last thing you should be doing is hurting other agents. You're basically turning traitor to the cause. You should be punished, and punished harshly. I know that this is just a game, but come on. Do you not even know the advantage you have over other people in the game when you go from neutral to rogue? I've seen it happen way too many times, where a guy decides to go rogue and wipes out his entire squad. Is he more talented? No. He just shoots them all in the back or hits them with a huge debuff or explosion. By the time the squad realizes there's a rogue shooting at them, two of them are already dead, and the other two are at half health at best, just trying to figure out what the hell happened. At least with this huge penalty, it made it so it really wasn't worth going rogue. To lose that many levels and that many credits, it just made it so people really didn't want to do it, which was a good thing. Devilman, how can you say that? Not wanting to PvP is a good thing? That's why I bought this game. I want to mow down some scrubby noobs. Good for you, tryhard. But the vast majority of us actually just don't want to PvP. In fact, the only reason why many people even go in the Dark Zone is because Ubisoft locked a bunch of gear behind Dark Zone levels. Gear that is just plain inaccessible to those who don't really want to PvP. Originally, I was under the impression that the special weapons vendor would update every week with new blueprints and new weapons. Stuff that might have been in the Dark Zone vendor I could now buy without having to spend a week in the Dark Zone just to get some arbitrary rank that I never really cared about in the first place. Unfortunately, that was a lie. As the vendor restocked and nothing changed, it was just disappointing. Yeah, some things like two weapons changed, but all the blueprints were exactly the same. It kind of took all the fun out of the game, knowing that I would have to enter TeamKill Central just to get different and better loot. Like I really want to roll with an AK forever. So now I go to queue up with a bunch of randoms and run around, hoping I don't get shot in the back by the people who are supposed to be on the same side as me, just to fail to extract gear because the second I do, everyone and their mom comes to me and mows me down. Honestly, it just sounds like a bore fest to me. And now, with no decent penalty against dying as a rogue, I don't ever see myself going in there again, or if I do, even picking up loot to break down. Honestly, Ubisoft should have done something else with PvP instead of hiding the best stuff behind a game mode many people just don't want to play. You see this kind of garbage in games like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where you have to play some snooze fest or do some impossible thing just to unlock a weapon. It doesn't add to the challenge of it, it just adds to the disappointment from when you finally get the weapon and it turns out to be garbage. The fact of the matter is, the division is wearing thin. The PvP area should be a whole different server, which would be nice when the DLC comes out that is supposed to make the server that's all Dark Zone all the time. But it doesn't solve the main problem. The only thing I like about the Dark Zone is when your squad rolls up on a bunch of enemies and another squad joins the fight and helps you out. Now, it's just going to be a TeamKill Simulator, and that's not just what I signed up for. Oh well, what can you do? The vocal minority will always be louder than the silent majority. All I can do now is just try to enjoy what little this game has to offer before the next big game comes out. Oh well, this is Devilman saying, Ubisoft, you fucked it up. And to the rest of you, try to get some rest out there. You know I won't.